Hi there, beautiful thrivers. Welcome back to another video with Thriving in Chaos. It's Wednesday. For me, that means WTF Wednesday, weekly tracking of finances. So thank you for being here. Click that subscribe button, like the video. Let's go. Hi everyone, I hope you guys are doing good. I appreciate you guys clicking on this video, spending your time with me. We're going to go over this past week's expenses and purchases, both online and cash. And we are also going to go over the bills to see what we have had come out over the past week. So, I'm so thankful you're here. But before we get started, let me go ahead and grab today's prompt card. If you're new to my videos, this is a prompt card. It's basically a conversation starter. So I'll ask and answer the question on the card in this video, and you guys can put your answers in the comments below. It's just a little something to help us get to know each other better and to elicit some conversation between us. So today's prompt card is, what do you think is the funniest movie ever? Well, my little kid self would say The Grinch. My husband and I went and saw that together at the movies when my son was very, very little. And after we saw it at the movie theater, I said, this is going to be our Christmas tradition. I could watch this movie over and over and over. And here we are, 20 something years later, and we still watch The Grinch every Christmas Eve. It is tradition. So I would say that one. There's a lot of funny movies out there, but I definitely love The Grinch. It is just a staple in this home. What about you guys? What do you think is the funniest movie ever? I'm curious because if I haven't seen it, I just might watch it. Let me know in the comments below. All right, today is WTF Wednesday day. That means we have to go over the past week of online expenses, cash spending, and any bills that may have come out over the past week, just so to keep our accounts and our books up to date. This is also very important to keep ourselves not going in the negative in our bank account, if you know what I mean. So let me get my stickers out. I do use Casey Lee stickers. I love her stickers. I've just never been disappointed, so I've not needed to venture out to other places. Not saying I wouldn't try other things, but I just really love. She has everything that I need. So I definitely use Casey Lee design. So if any of these stickers you like or it's your vibe, definitely go check her out on Etsy. I do have a code that she's been gracious enough to give my subscribers, which is Thriving15, and you will get 15% off of anything you purchase from her. But with that being said, we will definitely be using some of these stickers today. If this is the first time ever watching one of my WTF Wednesday videos, hi. I basically do this method every single week. I started it just to keep myself accountable to paying myself back, but it is steadily becoming something people enjoy watching, which I love. Initially, when I started this, it wasn't that watched, but I didn't care. I needed to do it for me to keep myself accountable. Luckily, people started picking up on it and started watching it and enjoying watching it, so I hope that if this is your first time watching one, I hope you enjoy it too. But basically, I have an account buffer. In my account, it belongs absolutely nowhere. It's just for account buffer so that I can make purchases as needed online. If it's Amazon, if it's buying things that I can't pay cash for, it has to come from our account. We have made a commitment to each other, myself and my husband, to swipe less and spend more cash more, because we spend less cash when we're actually physically using cash. The card for us is just so very convenient. So it's so we do congratulate ourselves with no spends. It should, in my opinion, say no swipes, because even if we did spend cash that day, I'm still giving myself a no spend sticker if we didn't spend out of our bank account, because that was where we struggled the most. So I will be using this to track my online expenses. Then we will be going through our cash expenses and seeing what we have spent out of cash over the past week. And then later we will go through all the bills that have come out in the past week and write those down as well, just to make sure that we are keeping our books up to date. So every Wednesday I go through the past week of online expenses here, and that's what we're going to do today. Then we'll go through our cash purchases. There's a lot of red happening in here, so I'm just going to stick with red, I guess. I don't have any other color that would complement except for maybe black, but I don't know. We'll go with red. It's fine. All right, so let's go through everything that we spent out of our account, starting with the 3rd. This will be coming from our Amazon envelope, and I spent a total of $26.97, and rounding up, because I do round up, is 27. I am doing a Save the Change challenge, so anything that we spend, we round up regardless of what that is. So even if it's just 1 cent over, we're still rounding up. It's just a way to help me just build the account buffer without really trying. So $27, and the actual cost is $26.97. So that is 3 cents that we saved in that transaction. On the 6th, we had a budgeting purchase, so I'm just going to write this budgeting. It'll be coming from that envelope, and that will be for $11. Actual cost is $10.68, so that's 32 cents that we saved there. And then the last thing that I have is mental health. Like I said, we are doing very good with swiping less. It's been nice. And that was for $65, and it's already at an even state. So that's it. That's all that we have spent over the past week. We're doing really, really good with limiting the use of our cards. So that means we have no spend, no spend, no spend, nada. Oh, that was it. I got a little excited, a little too excited there. All right, so the categories that we would typically pull from would either be account buffer, which we try not to do because the account buffer is what allows us to make these purchases. So we try not to touch that, but sometimes it's unavoidable. And then we also take from our cash envelopes, which is what we're going to be doing in just a moment. We'll also be tracking our cash spending in just a bit. And then I also like to track our Save the Change. So, since I'm already here, let's go ahead and calculate up how much change we did save this go round, which is a whopping 35 cents. Not much, but that's because we're not swiping as much. It's fine. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to set everything up. I will, actually, since there's only 3, I might as well do this with you guys. I do like to take these squares. They are actually one solid strip from her. She does make them where you can buy individual squares, but this comes with the kit that I buy anyway. So I just cut them to make them individual little squares so I can have a cute little checkbox. Totally optional, totally extra. And I don't mind being extra sometimes. All right, so let me set this up and we will get to pulling some cash. All right, first up that I'm going to pull from is going to be our Amazon. This is actually all in prop bill because of the fact that I collect Fetch rewards. If you don't know about Fetch, you should check it out. You get free money. That's basically what it is. I do have a code in the description of this video. If you guys want to use it, you can. and you can get a free 2,000 points after you scan your first receipt. I'll get a free 2,000 points for the referral. We help each other out. We'll be friends on there, and we can save money together. But all you do is snap pictures of your receipts that you do on your daily basis of spending, and then you just earn points. You collect points, and once those build up to a certain amount, you can cash those out and get free money. I like to do Amazon, and it is not physical gift cards. It is e-cards. So any gift card that you choose, they have a ton of gift cards to choose from. You will get an email and you will have your e-gift card. So that's what I've been doing. I use it primarily for Amazon, and that's what's been building my Amazon envelope up. So I did go ahead and dip into that. We did $27 of that gift card balance. So I need to break this up really quick. All right, so after taking the 27 out, I now have $20, $22, and $23 from that 50. Adding in the 5, we have $25, $27, $28 in gift card credit on my Amazon. So we're done with that one. Let's keep going. Since we're here, mental health. I have my teenage daughters in some mental health counseling, therapy, whatever you want to call it. It's actually therapy, but you know, they're teenagers. I have 2 teenage daughters. My son is in his 20s, but I have 2 teenage daughters, and this world is just so crazy and chaotic. And so to make that a little less chaotic for them, I figured it's a good idea to just have them have somebody that they can talk to about whatever their teen lives. All right, so we did pull out the 65 for that. I do have a mental health appointment every single week, so this is going to happen every week unless, you know, she cancels or we have to cancel for some reason. But just rest assured, every single week, just about, we are doing a mental health, and my daughters just take turns. All right, since we're here, I am going to go ahead and pull out my short-term tracker. We'll look at that a little bit later. And the last purchase we made was from my budgeting supplies. And this was something that I bought to assist in helping, basically just helping with my daughter's binder. If you missed that video, we just started her binder as my youngest daughter. So I bought some stuff to help with that. So I am going to pull out $10 from there, and then I need a 1. So $11 from budgeting just to cover that cost that I made. So we are done with that as well. And we didn't spend anything in here. In fact, the only ones that we spent out of was the short term and, of course, revolving. Ever revolving. If you've been watching these for a couple of weeks, you now notice that this and short term are the main ones we spend out of. The rest of them we don't spend out of very often, which is good for saving. All right, so in total for cash envelopes, we took, let's see, $50, $60, $75, $76. So cash envelopes, we took 76. I am going to write right here, Amazon credit. We did subtract the 27 for that, just so that we don't get confused. So let's go ahead and calculate up how much we spent this past week, which admittedly wasn't very much, 103. And we took 76 in our cash envelopes and 27 to cover those costs, 103. We're good. All right, so now let's calculate up how much cash spending that we did, but that is also saying that we spent nothing out of our account buffer, which I love. All right, so I didn't erase these after January. I still had some space, so I'm just going to leave it until I need the space. But in every one of my binders, I have 9 working binders, 10 in total. One is just for savings challenges, but every binder has a budget sheet that I've laminated. I've cut holes out of and then cut slits so that it's just easy in and out. But as we spend out of those envelopes, we are writing which envelope we took it from and how much, and that's how I'm keeping track of that. And this is just helping us with tracking our cash spending as well. So as you can see, we did our grocery shopping for $672. My gosh, that was 2 weeks worth of groceries. 2 weeks, almost $700. Just, I can't with this inflation. It's ridiculous. All right, so birthday, my husband's mother, my mother-in-law had a birthday, so he went ahead and sent her some cash for her birthday. So those are the two expenses that we had, which makes our cash spending a total of $707. All right, so I just did my little thumbnail there. But now that we're done with this, I'm going to set this aside for now. We are going to put this into my back to the bank envelope. So when I go make a deposit, it is there for me. I know I have a couple ones in here that I couldn't use in my cash stuffing. So just going to add that to it. So we have 50, 60, 75, 76, 7, and 78. And that will be going back to the bank when I get there. And then while I'm here, I'll go ahead and put these back in, ready for the new week. Same for this. I love that I cut the little line here just so that it's just so easy to pop in and out. Convenience is everything. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is actually transfer some of these numbers into my actual budget book, because this is my WTF Wednesday book. And I have a budget book where I do most of, like, I'm in that thing every single day. So that's where I like to transfer all of those numbers so that it's all in one beautiful little place. Which is here. This is my budget book. So let's flip back to transaction log. And we're going to transfer some numbers. So the first week was February 1st through February 7th. For the WTF Wednesday, number 1, I'm just going to do it that way. We spent a total of $103 in our online purchases. For cash spending, we spent a total of $707. And then for save the change, we saved 35 cents. All right, so these are our starting balances for the month. And at the end of the month, we will add these two together. So we'll get the total spent that we did, and then we'll find out how much we saved out of the whole month, what we added back to our account buffer just by doing the roundup change. All right, so that is that for WTF Wednesday, the online portion. So I'll put this aside. And now that we have everything filled out, I am going to move on back to my notes section, and we're going to track some of these bills. All right, so we did all the things for last month, and now we're starting on the new month. So we do have our mortgage that came out, and it was lower, so I'm not sure if it changed or what, but no, actually it's higher. Oh, it's higher. I just realized it's higher. Why? We have a adjustable rate mortgage, and when we did this, we were younger, like really younger, probably like we're talking 15 to 20 years ago, younger. And we did adjustable rate mortgage, interest only loan. So we have paid all of our interest already by this time. The idea was when we did the adjustable rate mortgage, we were always going to refinance after, I think, like 5 years or something, whatever the 5 or 10 years when that adjustable rate mortgage would change. So it was always in the plan. But some of you older folks may remember during that time, the interest rates plummeted, like plummeted. And it was not a good thing for the economy. The economy was struggling. But for us and our adjustable rate mortgage, it was great. Our mortgage was $500. It was crazy. So the way that the adjustable rate mortgage works is that it adjusts every 6 months. So every 6 months, it will adjust to whatever the current interest rate is, and it can never go up above a certain amount of points. It can never go below a certain amount of points. But with the economy getting better, or whatever the case is, and the interest rate, the rates are higher. If it's higher when our adjustable rate mortgage comes up for review, then it goes up, and we suffer for it. But I guess it went up again. Yes, because I think every February it changes, and then 6 months from that, it changes again. 6 months from that, it changes again. But the whole reason I'm saying all this is we didn't do the refinance when it was coming time to, because we only had a $500 house payment. We were going to ride that wave as much as possible, and we did. And then by the time it started going back up and everything, we were just like, we've already been in this loan for 15 years. We don't have very much longer. Right now, it just doesn't even make sense to refinance it, in my opinion. I mean, we only have like $90,000 left on the loan. So we're just leaving it. We're just riding it. But it went up. That was a long-winded story. I apologize. All right. So Netflix did come out for $19.99. Studio Paint did come out for $4.49. Amazon did come out, the first one, for $14.99. Spotify did come out for $15.99. We have the family plan, so all of us use it. Hulu did come out for $92.98. And the bank fee did come out for $5. Stream also came out for $157.25. And that's it so far. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. So 8 bills have already come out this past week. So now that I have those all written down, I am going back to February, if I can find the tab. And we will, I don't think I want to use red. I think I like black. Okay. So mortgage came out $1077.95. Done. Netflix came out for $19.99. Done. Amazon Prime, the first one did come out for $14.99. I'm not going to check it off because we do have 2. Spotify did come out for $15.99. Hulu did come out for $92.98. Bank fee, yep, $5. Gas stream was $157.25. Yes. YouTube did not come out. Microsoft, the Paint Studio did come out for $4.49, but I won't check that off till Microsoft comes out to you. All right, that should be it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So now we are all caught up. We have all of our bills accounted for that has come out the past week. Coming up on this next week, we will have 2, it looks like. 2 more bills coming out on that. And then, we'll see how we do in the spending section next week. All right. So that is it. I appreciate you guys being here with me. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed watching this, got a little inspiration out of it, a little motivation to keep yourself accountable to the things that you spend in your account. Make sure you're paying it back, especially if you're doing this cash envelope system. But all in all, it was a good week. We didn't spend too much. I did have my grocery purchase. Gotta live off of groceries. Anybody else having struggles with the inflation? I just feel like groceries are really expensive. Like, a lot. But anyway, that I digress. I will see you guys on Friday. We definitely will be doing my daughter's first envelope. So if you caught her intro to her binder on Monday, we're going to be doing the very first envelope for her binder. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see what image she's going to send and put on her envelope. And then, just so you know in advance, we are also going to do another one on Monday because I don't have a cash stuffing, but I like to post 3 times a week. It's just me. So I'm going to do two DIY envelopes because I know the rest of the month I won't be able to do any. So at least I know I've gotten her binder prepared and at least 2 envelopes in the month of February done. So I hope you guys join me. It's really interesting seeing her thoughts and her creativity come out in visual form. So I hope you join me. I'm going to be showing you guys how I make all my envelopes. So all the envelopes you've seen here, I have drawn by hand. So if you're curious on how I got that done, check out the video coming out Friday. And I also do have an entire playlist on my channel for DIY custom envelopes. All right, with that said, I'll let you guys go. I hope you have a great evening and a good tomorrow, and I'll see you on Friday. As always, until next time, bye.